one of the things when we do these events, it's always good to kind of up it a little bit, like we're asking the players to do. Challenge yourself, see if you can make it bigger, see if you can do better. So bringing in a guest speaker was one of the things that I really wanted to put together, and I'll just do a short intro for Angus. But I've known Angus since he was 10, something like that. I'm very good friends with his older brother. He's a Richmond native. That's where we are. So for those of you from the States, we're in Richmond. And so it was a great fit for us to have Angus come and speak to us today about football, something he's very passionate about. I got the opportunity to coach Angus at university. It was at Simon Fraser University. It's kind of his family, that was his family's university. They went to SFU. And I was fortunate enough to play with two of his brothers, and coach him. And one of the things, and I think it's fitting for this weekend, was in Angus's first year, he was a defensive lineman. And I coached the defensive line. And I remember he was a freshman, and he was a good player coming out of high school. Very good. Top recruit, all that kind of stuff. And he came in one of his first games that he went in, I remember he came off, and I said to him, I said, hey, how'd it go in there? I'm eating him up, coach. I'm eating him up. I bring that to you because that was his confidence. And he was ready for the challenge. And all of you are going through challenges this weekend. Tougher competition, Americans, Prairie Boys. And I think that as I've watched Angus through his career, I think that's one of the things that I always remember. He's always willing to take on that challenge. So, Angus Reid.
Thank you, everyone. I will move a little bit. I'm just telling you. So, that's just the way it's going to be. Okay. I love coming back to these things. I've been involved in football since I was a youngster. I grew up in the sport. As Dino said, my two older brothers played. So I grew up watching football, and I got that neat perspective to be on the sidelines and sneaking in the locker room. So I was raised in this sport. And what's really cool is when you're raised in football, it's in you for life. I've been retired from professional football for 4 years, and I get into the real world. But I still can't wait to come back to events like this, because it puts you right back to your age when it's everything. And it's electrifying, right? It matters so much, and it brings so much joy to you. That's good. Not a lot of people have that in their life. That's a powerful thing this sport can do. What I'm going to do is I'm happy I'm following lead, because I'm going to tell you, remind you of some of the realities that you're up against. Okay, kind of some doom and gloom. And I'm going to give you some advice to make sure that that doesn't have to define what you're going to do with your life. A little context for those that don't know who I am. I played 13 years professional football. So hands up who'd like to play professional football here? Who'd like to? Mostly everyone, right? You know the hard truth, right? All those hands that went up are not all going to play professional football. I don't know what the stats are, but it keeps coming back to something like 1%. I think it's far less than 1% of people at your age that want to do it that actually succeed. It's very rare, right? I played 13 years professional. That puts me in the top 1% of that top 1%. Ridiculously rare. So I must be some freak of nature. Well, I played offensive line. Most offensive linemen in this room are bigger than I am. Okay, that's just the truth. And let's give you some context, because Lee brought up measurables. It's absolutely right. Measurables. You got thousands, hundreds of thousands of people that want the job. That's a stack of resumes they got to look through. They need some way to vet through who they're even going to bother interviewing, right? And the easiest way is measurables, and it's measurables that they can't change is what they want. Because that's hard to find. Offensive linemen, there's 4 measurables, and the higher you go, the more stringent they are with those measurables, because they're rare. And if you have them, you have a chance. And if you don't, you better do a ton of other things well, because you're at the bottom of the pile. First is height. I'm going to be honest with you guys, because I have credibility, because I've done this. I'm not theorizing. I'm not reading about it. I played 13 years pro against the very best. I'm going to tell you, they want height. Offensive line today, a healthy margin, 6'4" to 6'6". You're 6'7". The obvious question is, why aren't you playing basketball? Well, I'm not very good. Then why do you think you're good at this? Because football's a little harder than basketball, so bad answer. Okay? Under 6'4", you're in that 6'3" range, 6'2". You can get by. You better have some other talents. Me? I'm 5'13", okay? Yeah. I don't make the cut. Shortest lineman in the league my entire career, 13 years, outplayed them all. So just hang that on your hat, okay? I don't have that measurable. It's okay, nothing I can do about it. If you don't have it, there's nothing you can do about it either. You can worry about it, that doesn't help. That detracts from what you need to do, okay? Next one for offensive linemen, very simple. Wingspan. What do offensive linemen do? They push people out of the way or they stop you from getting around them. If I can reach you from here and you can't reach me, I couldn't give a damn if you bench press 6,000 pounds. You're swinging air. It's useless. Your cool shoes don't do anything. You can't reach me. I can reach you. Is that some kind of cool gimmick or some workout program? No, you're gifted with it. All right? You look at the great athletes in the world, they tend to be longer in the limbs than they are height. Little premise here. The average human being has the same size wingspan as they have height. Generally speaking, the average human being. Elite athletes aren't average, are they? Elite athletes tend to have longer limbs. Okay? So in my circles, they'll call this like a +2, +3. Like your wingspan will be +2, +3, +4 inches longer. LeBron James, 6'8". He's 7'2" on the wingspan. So he's already freakishly tall. He's longer. That's what you find. You want to be an offensive lineman. You want to be a little shorter. You are a little shorter. You better have extremely long arms, right? +4, +5. I know a guy, Ian Beckles. Remember Ian Beckles, do you know?
Yeah.
Played about 10 years in the NFL. Canadian.
Yeah.
He was 6'1", right? 6'8" wingspan. That's how he did it. Okay? So he had leverage both ways. So I'm 5'13". I must have freakishly long arms, right? I'm a -4. I'm built like a turtle. Okay? Now, throughout my career, I've had a lot of fun surgeries. Here's one. That's straight as that one goes. You can jump on that all day. That's as straight as that one goes. Try getting suits made. They call you 10 times because they don't think you can make an L-shaped arm. So I'm like a -7 now. Okay? Good for very few things. Maybe powerlifting. Okay? But we all know powerlifting does not equate to athletics. Okay? I do not have what they want, not even close. I can't change that. That's what it is. Lee's right. They're not what I want. I'm not what they want. Okay? Next is hand size. Go home. You're going to get your hands measured sooner or later if it hasn't happened already. Well, how big your hands are. Why? For offensive linemen, we grab. It's called blocking. That's not holding, is it? No, it's a great block. You grab, you squeeze, and you never let it go. Bigger the hand, the stronger the hand. More ability to grab something. Show me a workout that makes your hands bigger, and you will make $1 million because they don't exist. It is what it is. Go and measure your hands. If you're under 9.5 inches across, you're probably too small. I played with a guy that had size 11 hands. Do you have any idea what someone size 11 hands can do to you? That's a great answer. Anything they want to. Anything. And you think this guy's got this great secret training program? He was born with size 11 hands. Okay? So good for him. I'm barely an 8. Pathetic. Remember, I played 13 years, okay? I beat all these guys. So I'm just setting you up for your realities, but I'm going to give you on the back end what's really going to matter in the very end if you can get through that meat grind. Last is foot size, is what it is. The larger the foot, the larger the surface area, the larger the contact to the ground. So you're going to try to push me over, and I got a massive foot to stick in the ground, the more stability I have on contact. It's a large kickstand. And the more force I can put in the ground to generate through your solar plex to smash you over. The bigger the foot, the more balance, stability, and power that can be generated. Makes sense, right? I didn't play with one person that had a shoe size smaller than 14. Not one. I played with a guy that had size 19 shoe. And I bought that one pair of JCPenney for like $1.79. They're like yellow. You gotta wear them for weddings and birthday parties and games. But you don't push that guy over. And we marvel at it because it's rare. But it's just a gift he was given. So don't worry if you don't have it, because worrying doesn't do anything in life except worry. I'm an 11.5, by the way, which makes it very easy for me to buy shoes, but very low in the totem pole in terms of what they want, for the realities of what Big Foot can do for you on the football field. Okay? So here I am talking to you guys. Why did I bring that up? Because Lee's right. First line of scouting, measurables. Thousands of people want to do this, so they got to vet you somehow, right? Your job is to make a decision what you want to do and get through that meat grinder any way possible and get to the other side, because I'm going to tell you right now what happened in my career. I made it. I made it to the pro level. I did everything else good enough. Strong, fast, quick, smart, whatever, right? enough where they're like, gotta give him a chance, because as Dino said, I just keep showing up. I don't leave. I'm just keep hanging around. I'm gonna keep showing up. So I give the kid a chance, right? I get drafted by Toronto, first round, I'm a first round draft pick. I get cut in training camp. Probably only first round pick in the history of all sports get cut in training camp. Not traded, cut. Okay, they shipped me to Montreal to send me on practice roster. Then they traded me back to BC, my hometown. I'm like, great, at least I got a free flight home. Okay? My first year of pro football, I was on 3 teams, played 0 downs. Not big on the confidence level, hey? And then I am starting to question, can I make it? I'm just kind of and I'm living around these giants going, okay, the team doesn't think I can do it. I don't even know if I can do it anymore. Then my second year, I made the Lions team, kind of like hanging on, backed up here and there, but got my feet wet. Then my third year, I got a new coach, so good I had to write a book about him. He came in and changed my whole life and taught me something, what I want to leave with you today, because this is what's really going to matter. Because good for you if you have wingspan. Good for you if you have height. Good for you if you've got huge feet. When you retire, no one's going to care anyway. So I'm going to talk to you about what matters. What's really going to matter once you get on a team that will transfer to the rest of your life. Because football isn't worth a damn if it doesn't do anything for you when you're done. Football isn't worth anything if it doesn't give you something you can take with you after you finish playing. Except for some nice photos and some bragging rights. What's going to matter is how does it shape you as a human being. That's what's going to determine who the coach wants to put in when things matter most. Because I'll tell you right now, coach, when game's on the line, do you think players or do you think plays? We think players. Who do I rely on? Who can I trust? So I had a great coach. He came in and he said to me, my first meeting with him, Coach Dan Duraz, who looked me in the eye and asked me a very simple question. Very simple. But I want to ask it to you today, and I don't want you to ever stop asking yourself this. How good do you want to be? He said, Angus, how good do you want to be? He did not tell me how good I needed to be. He did not tell me how good they wanted me to be. He removed the external parameters and just asked me a simple question. How good do you want to be? You gotta be careful when you answer that. Because I want to be best, as good as I can be. I don't know what I said, something silly like that. I want to be the best. I don't know what you're supposed to say, right? He looked me in the eye and he said a phrase that's become famous since, but I'd never heard this back in 2003. And stuck with me for the rest of my life. Parents, please talk to your children about this every single night. Guys out there, please put this everywhere. You have to make a decision what you want to do with your time, with your energy, with your thoughts. Measurables. They're cool. Talent sets the floor. Character sets the ceiling. Measurables, talent, it's good, it gets in. That does not win championships, that does not put careers together, and that does not build the kind of person that goes out there and builds a family, and builds a business and a community because of what they learn in sport. Character sets the ceiling. You got what you got in terms of measurables. You got it. Everyone loves it, good for you. That does not put a career together because I'm going to tell you what, the higher you go in this sport, the harder it gets. You can't lean on wingspan to solve problems, or to deal with tragedy, or to deal with pressure. It doesn't do any of that stuff for you. Character sets a ceiling. And tell me this right now. The difference between mere talent and character came down to one word. It's a powerful word. It is a simple word, but it is one that will separate you. And is one that will beat back measurables in the long haul. Commitment. Commitment. Sounds simple to say, very hard to do. It is a lost art in today's world. Commitment. Real commitment. All in. All in. Because I'll tell you right now, because I did it, commitment beats talent back. When it's tough, when times get hard. When decisions have to be made. And when distractions become real fun, commitment wins. And what does that mean? Committed to what? Here's the two things. Committed to what you want to do with your life, who you want to become, whether that's football, whatever it may be. Real commitment to that. Not Instagram pics that look cool with phrases. Real commitment. All in. And then committed to everything that takes. All of it. Not the fun stuff and the things you like to do and the things that look cool. All of it. And that's where coaches come in and mentors. They're going to show you what it really takes. Are you up for it? Because wingspan, height, foot size, even speed and strength, that's got nothing to do with commitment. I played with guys that were 10,000 times more talented than I am, but when it came right down to it, they didn't want it like I wanted it equally. That's fine, I just kept going. That's how you build a career, that's how you build a marriage, that's how you build a community, that's how you build a life. Great to have talent, do not lean on it. Coaches, please always remind yourselves of this. Utilize and maximize players' talent. Coach character. Coach it. Coach it like crazy, because it'll transfer into what's going to matter when the game's on the line and everyone else is cracking. Character will matter. So, there was 2 attributes that he said in that world of character. Don't mind yourself now. Commitment's a choice. Everyone has that option. It's available to all of you, even guys with tiny hands and bad wingspans. It's available to you. You don't have to take it, but you can't say you can't do it. You gotta make a decision, commitment. Now, there was 2 attributes I want to leave you with that he told me, and this saved my career. It's something I've never forgotten. He started talking about great players. Great ones. Not talented. Massive difference between being talented and being great. He started talking about great players. There was 2 defining characteristics that were universal amongst great players in any sport. And they're universal amongst great people in any walk of life. Great businesses, great teams. Not 40 times. Not vertical jump. Durability and dependability. You look at any great team, great player. They are durable and they're dependable. What does that mean? I'll tell you, you think the sport of football, people think automatically durable means their body can put up a lot of pounding and their knees don't blow out when this guy's knee blows out. Sure. I'm talking about mindset being durable. It comes back to commitment. Durable athlete means this. You will always show up. Don't feel like it today? Show up. Rather go party with your buddies? Show up. You show up no matter what. That's a choice. That's character. That's commitment. That'll separate you, because I'm going to tell you right now, because I've lived this again. I'm not talking theory. Remember, I played 13 years. I didn't want to play, and then I studied how. I did it. I played against guys that weren't durable up here. Off-season workout, today I'm going to blow it off. I'm there. Durability. Durable. Distractions, rather go out and watch movies and sit online all day long. Durable. Distractions don't detract you from doing what you mean to do because you are committed. You are durable. Coaches, that can be coached. That needs to be coached. It needs to be understood in every moment what durable means, because, right again, that's not only going to make your career as best as it possibly can be, that will transfer. You become someone that commits to something and shows up no matter what. You sign up to something and it's practice every day, you go every day. Not just on the days you feel like it. Durability. You show up always. You learn that here, you take that with you, you've already beaten 99% of the world right now. Because they come and go when things are fun, they show up, and it's not, they quit. It's not for me anymore. No, it's just hard. Be durable. You'll win. At least you'll become the best you possibly can be. And that's winning. Okay? Dependability. You'll know when you get in the real world, parents, I'm sure we know a lot of these people. They're durable, right? Never miss a day of work in their life. They didn't do anything when they were there, though, did they? I know people have always shown up. Hey, coach, I don't know what they're doing. He's never missed a day in his life. He's never really done anything either. He's durable. Dependability. Can I depend on you to bring the very best you have every single time? And coaches, it's on you to know your players' limits and never ask them to do something they can't do. But it's on you players to bring your very best every single time to what's asked of you, to what's instructed of you, to what's coached of you. You do that. There's not a coach in the world that wouldn't want you on your team. Am I right, coach? A player that will always show up and do everything they're supposed to do with everything they've got. You put a team together like that? I'll tell you right now, coaches now are all about schemes, and they think that's what wins. Anyways, I'm not going to get into it, but the bottom line is this. we got to start coaching players again. And stop thinking X's and O's wins games. Players win the games, and they win them because you've coached them how to stay disciplined, focused, and durable, and dependable when it matters most. When it matters most, and that's how you coach people, and that transfers. So I'll tell you right now, if you're able to do that, strategy is a piece of cake. Because you don't have to wonder if Jimmy's going to do this play or not. We don't know if he's going to bring his effort right now. You know, easy game planning and strategy is when I know exactly what you can do and that you will do it every single time to the very best of your ability. You got a job for life. Because you know what a coach's job is to do? Not expose what you're not good at. To maximize what you are good at by game planning. And if you bring your best, you make their job easy. They love you. They love you. Because they don't have to worry if you're going to show up today. Because I played with guys that were freaks. You had no idea if this game they were going to show up or just take the day off. Or take the play off. Now they can't coach that. Now you can't strategize that. And that transfers the rest of your life. And you don't know if this guy's going to show up today. If they show up, what are they going to bring? Be durable. Be dependable. What does that come back to? Commitment. Commitment to what you've decided to do. Not what your parents want you to do or what you think looks cool to your friends. You got to commit. It's got to come from you. You commit to this. And everything that it takes, and you bring the psychological mindset that you won't stop and you'll bring your best every single time. I can't guarantee how far you'll go in life, but what I can guarantee you is you will maximize what you've been given. There is nothing better in life than that. At the end of the day, you have maximized what you've been given. You win. And that is something that you carry with you for the rest of your life. So no matter what you do in life, you know what it means to commit, to be durable, to be dependable, to be the very best person you can be. And that makes football important. If we're not coaching that and holding that as the standard of what matters in this sport, we are missing out on something so vital in preparing our youth for reality. Wins, losses, I've done them both. I've won 2 of these things. I've lost these things. They're fun. They're cool. They're nice memories. But it's the person you become by what you've been coaching, what you've learned about yourself through this game that's going to make a difference. Bring all you have every single time, and you'll find a coach that will find something for you to do on the team because they know what you're going to do and they know you can do it. That is the most powerful thing you can give to your coach. And coaches, please, maximize time. Coach character every single moment. At the end of the day, it's the only thing that's going to cope with them in this time. Because all these measurables that are cool, I'm retired now, you will finish football at some point in your life, they will not matter. So please don't think that's what makes you. It's not what makes you. It's what you got. What you do with what you got's up to you. It's on you, and I can tell you from firsthand, make the choice to commit, be as good as you can be. Who knows how far you can go. You can really wow some people. So guys, finish it up, keep going this weekend, but take it with you and keep improving. Thank you.